Time to sleep. Beautiful. Lovely. I'll do my best.
Orders from me? If that's what you want.
Spring has sprung. Let's dream. How's the water? To the hot spring. No peeking.
I'm listening.
I'll do my best. Well, for peace, spring is sprung. Let's celebrate!
Hey everyone, GuardianE here with another Camilla Emblem clear video in Fire Emblem Heroes, today taking on the pair of Jeorge and Gordin on their very own Bound Hero battle on Infernal difficulty. So we have a pair of first gen archers that have decided to team up together to take us on, and provide a moderate to light challenge, I guess, in their own map. Definitely an easier map in terms of difficulty. Bound Hero battles tend to be on the easier side. They tend to gear towards newer players, beginners that are fresh into the game for easier challenges and rewards, and that's perfectly fine. So Jeorge is actually kind of decked out with some interesting stuff. His Refined Parthia does allow him to tank a hit and also get additional damage against a ranged enemy. He also has Darting Blow and Cancel Affinity 3. I was wondering if they were going to toss this on one of the archers, just because otherwise I think Spring Camilla could just sweep this map entirely with her default kit without any adjustments. He does come with Pulse Smoke 3, which is one of the more interesting skills that they've introduced recently, which as I recall, is infantry locked, I believe, but it's essentially a smoke effect, a 2-tile radius around the target that will inflict a special cooldown +1, or charge -1, I guess you could call it, on the enemy, or on you, since you're his enemy. We have Gordin here, who sadly does not have a Refine. He just has his Brave Bow, Shove, Bonfire, Death Blow, Vantage, and Rouse Attack Defense 3, which is sort of an odd choice considering he's next to an enemy, or he's next to an ally right at the start, so the Rouse isn't going to go off. It assumes that he's not going to be adjacent to an ally at the beginning of the turn, and so it does nothing on turn 1 for him. We have this green flyer here who has Rexed Caliber, Iceberg, Swift Sparrow 2, Sabotage Defense 3, which is good for the team composition. It synergizes certainly with the bow users that are around, basically having a map-wide Aversa effect specifically just for defense. And then Ground Orders 3, which is a very, very useful tactical skill, which improves the mobility of the enemy team, and that paired with this green Fafnir, who has Water Breath, Draconic Aura, and Aerobatics, which allows this green Fafnir to basically teleport next to any ally that is not a flyer, any infantry, armored, or cavalry allies. So there's a little bit of an attempt to have some movement shenanigans on the enemy team. The green Fafnir also has Kestrel Stance 2, which gives her attack and speed +4 on enemy phase, on her enemy phase. Distant Guard 3. This Lance Knight over here is actually really, really bulky. Surprisingly for an Infernal map, he's pretty bulky. He has Wary Fighter, of course, meaning that you can't double him without a Breaker skill, or something that would cancel the Wary Fighter effect. Barrier Lance, which grants him +7 res. Pivot, Sacred Cowl, which will, when it's ready to proc, will reduce damage from a ranged foe by 30%. And you have Bracing Stance here, which gives him defense and res +4 on his enemy phase, as well as Panic Ploy. And of course he has 76 HP. So he's not super tanky. You can definitely one-shot him, but all the same, for Infernal, by Infernal standards, he's pretty tanky. And finally we have this Sword Cavalier off to the side. Wodow plus, Glimmer, Brazen Attack Defense 3, Guard 3, and Drive Attack 2. So pretty standard stuff on this side of the team. So I guess more or less the theme of the opposing team is additional movement teleportation abilities, overall reducing or debuffing the defense to allow the archers to do some pretty significant damage, as well as neutralizing specials, because Jeorge does have that smoke pulse, or pulse smoke I should say, and the Sword Cavalier has guard. And certainly if you have flyers, you can obviate the need to engage on the choke point, which is this bridge. If you have any tanky mixed phase green unit that has built-in distant counter / close counter, you could probably plant them on this bridge and they'd be perfectly fine, to be honest with you, as long as they don't rely on their special for damage. Flyers, of course, have free range on the map. You can move wherever you want, basically, and so that's what we're going to do. And certainly if you have a Raven Tome flyer, you can use them to your advantage as well. You want to avoid Jeorge, or at least tanking a hit from Jeorge, but besides that, a Raven Tome flyer can really do whatever he or she wants on this map. But let's take a look at the team. We kind of slapped together, since it's on the easier side, the Bound Hero battle is on the easier side, we slapped together something that's a little bit less orthodox. So we'll start with Spring Camilla here. So Spring Camilla, merged at +10, has a speed asset. Gronraven Triangle Adept build, reposition Draconic Aura, Vantage for the B slot, Goad Flyers for the C slot, and Distant Defense 3 for the Seal. She does have that Summoner support. Next is Adrift Camilla. She's merged at +1, enjoys an attack asset, has her native Book of Dreams, very powerful tome. Reposition Iceberg, attack Res Bond 3 and attack Speed Bond 3 in her A slot and Seal slot respectively, which synergizes with her Book of Dreams debuff effect. Desperation for the B slot and Goad Flyers for the C slot. We have Steamy Secrets Camilla merged at +1, neutral. Ouch Pouch Plus with an attack refinement. Death Blow, Flyer Formation, Goad Flyers, Quick Impulse for the Seal, Reposition for the assist, and Luna for the special, which will allow her to have a Luna at the ready on turn 1. And of course we have Brave Camilla, Light of Nor Camilla, Choose Your Legends Camilla, currently unmerged, plus attack, minus defense, has her Sangreater, native staff, Restore Plus, Miracle for the special, attack speed push 4, Wrathful Staff for the B slot, and Dual Savage Blow for the C and Seal. So as I mentioned, if you have a Raven Tome flyer, which we happen to have, we can kind of plant them right up here to engage and tank some hits and let them move forward. So that is what we're going to do. We'll let Spring Camilla tank a hit from the green flyer. Air orders will go off, and then Gordon will do a strategy play of shoving the green flyer out of danger zone, but doesn't really do anything for him. In fact, it more or less compromises the enemy position. So we're going to use Brave Camilla to go ahead and take out and finish off the green flyer. That's going to let Savage Blow go off. That's also going to allow Spring Camilla to one-shot Gordon here, so she doesn't even have to take a hit. And now we're just going to reposition back to safety. And now everybody's lined up nice and pretty. We can use Steamy Secrets Camilla. She has all of those Goad Flyer buffs around her, and her turn 1 Luna is going to be able to take out the green Fafnir here. We'll use Brave Camilla to take out Jeorge on player phase, doing a little bit of splash damage on the armor as well. And then we'll use Adrift Camilla to take out the Sword Cavalier. And then we'll just reposition her back so that on the following turn we can get all of the buffs that we want onto Spring Camilla so that she can one-shot and take out the Lance Knight, doing just enough damage. So that's it. That's the strategy that we use with Camilla Emblem to clear the Infernal map of Jeorge and Gordin. Let me know in the comments below what strategies and teams you ended up using to clear this Bound Hero battle on Infernal difficulty. Maybe you decided to solo the map with a Raven Tome user, or maybe you decided to just plant a tank right on the middle of the bridge. You more or less have free reign here. You could probably park a Fallen Tiki or a Fallen Corrin on the bridge and have them just kind of enemy phase everything. Even Surtur probably could do so since he's a pretty tanky green. You could obviously use the Tried and True, Mage Nuker, or Bow Nuker with 3 Dancers. So really, you have your pick of the litter here, but let me know what you decided to go with. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We thank you all so much for watching, especially these easier challenges, which I know aren't quite as exciting. We thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you taking time out to spend with us. And until next time, let's protect those skies.